Okay, so if you have followed my channel at all or just stumbling across it, there is a video I did in Persuading Your Life Towards Positive Change, and I think I'll be referencing the second out of the 4 video series in this one. But in that video, I talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and for me as a practitioner, that is something I lean on very heavily when I look at development. And in that hierarchy of needs, like the apex of development is to reach your highest potential, to self-actualize. So that's what I'm going to be talking a little bit about today, and I'm going to highlight one of the key components that I think has to be there for us to be able to do that. Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm a certified life coach and I have my Bachelor's of Science degree in psychology. I also own my own life coaching practice called Endless Possibilities Life Coaching Services. So in this video today, I'm going to be highlighting that concept of self-actualization, which is really just being the absolute best version of ourselves that we can be. And I'll preface that with the fact that our best version does vary from day to day. You know, some days we are like Wonder Woman or Superman knocking it out of the park, and other days our best is not up to that par. So when you think about self-actualization or the best version of yourself, please understand that there's going to be a variation as far as what that looks like on any given day due to a number of factors, because we are human beings with a whole lot of things that go into affecting our mood, our ability, our functioning to make us the best version of ourselves possible. So the thing that I find being an absolute stumbling block for people being able to achieve this, and it's not the success that they have or lack thereof, it's not the resources available or the lack thereof. It really comes down to their own personal sense of worth and value. So, you know, there's a lot of levels, well, there's 5. The top is self-actualizing in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but as you get to the mid and upper levels, it's really talking about this aspect of a sense of belonging, your sense of self-esteem, your sense of self-worth, and those are fundamental pieces that I agree and believe need to be in place to be able to truly self-actualize, which really self-actualizing is the embodiment of being the best version of yourself most, if not all of the time. And one of the difficulties if we don't know our worth or value and we discount that is that it just becomes almost impossible to self-actualize because we're not doing things that are helpful to that process, which are setting appropriate and proper boundaries. Going after opportunities that we're capable of. If we are discounting our own worth and value, for one, we may be missing opportunities because people are picking up on that concept that we maybe aren't ready for it. And 2, we're not as likely going to put ourselves out there if we don't have a good, decent, solid, firm foundation of worth and personal value, because we're going to be too intimidated, or the fear-based ideas are going to come in and kind of knock us off of that loop of going for it. And there's just a whole lot of other ways that if we do not stand up for our worth and value, we really do discount and diminish the kind of qualities and the enrichment of the opportunities that come in our everyday life experiences. So I just wanted to highlight this to say that if you are finding yourself upon a stumbling block and, feeling like you're doing all the pieces necessary to get to where you want to be, but still finding something amiss and difficulty reaching it, I do ask you to just kind of check in with yourself and see what the subconscious or the undercurrent of thought is about your actual personal sense of worth and value. And I do want to remind you too that just because we emotionally feel something doesn't necessarily mean that it is accurate, and the same on the intellectual. So I think it's very important for us to, when we're looking at concepts like this, to evaluate, well, how do I feel about this stuff or myself emotionally, and how do I view myself intellectually and mentally, and kind of getting an idea from those 2 spaces where you might lie on, do I have a good healthy sense of value and worth for myself, or am I struggling or lacking in that area somewhere along the way? So I hope that you found this video helpful and interesting, and I look forward to sharing more with you. All right, thank you. Bye.